everyone, this is Chris from Stylharmony. Thank you for joining me. Today's video is about Halloween again, and we're going to be making a very simple card. So I'm going to tell you right away the materials you will need, and it's going to start, of course, by a card here. It's a A2 size card. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so a piece of paper cut in half. I'm going to be using some inks, so I've got some Memento and Distress inks. Use whatever you have. And the main colors are going to be about blue and black, mainly. Different shades of blue and black. I'm also going to need, and you will need, some pumpkins here for this example. And I used a die here that is from Musique, and you've got 3 pumpkins here, so there's 3 different sizes there. There is supposed to be what they call a crow, but it's in fact more like a bat, and I'm not going to use this. And you also have few leaves in here, which are here. If you don't have this die, it's not a problem. You can just Google some pumpkins, cut them out very easily. It's a very easy shape to cut out. It's like, you could also do it by hand. It's like a circle, a little bit flat, and you cut them out. And I cut them in different sizes. I'm also going to use these dies from Musique again, and this one is the crow that if you saw my previous video, I used this one too for the coffins, and this little ghost that I'm going to be using here. And the crow, will be here. I don't know if you can really see it. I just put some shimmer on it with an ink, a gel pen. If you want to emboss it, you could do it as well. I just wanted to use my gel pens because I found out that if you don't use them quickly, they dry on you, and it's really hard to reactivate them, even though they're filled with the ink. And I'm also going to use some double-sided foam because I want to raise my, my pumpkins here to make it a little bit more interesting. So I make my own double-sided foam, and this one is black. You will see it later on. I make my own with some scraps. I like to do that. And double-sided paper, and if you want to know how you make this, it's very easy. Just put double-sided paper on both sides of the foam, and then you can cut it the length or the width you need depending on your project. And if I use black, it's just because I don't want to be able to see my foam from the sides of the card, and it's usually white. So I usually do this in many colors. And it's really handy and quick to do and very economical. So that's basically it. So I already have all my pieces, and I'm going to start by the card and making some kind of bluish, darkish color on the back. I'm going to use these stamp pads that I have here. So I might start with a lighter color. So I'm going to use this one, or maybe this one from Distress ink, and I'm going to use the blue one. There it is. And I make my own with, again, some foam, and I cut circles into foam, some kind of scratch here, and fix it there. Also very economical. I like to do my own stuff because where I live, it's hard for me to buy these things. They just don't have it. So I like to make my own. And I'm using a piece of paper here because it's going to protect the back of my paper. If I was doing this directly on this plastic, I would move my card, and then the back of my card is going to be stained. So I like doing it this way. And this piece of paper, I don't know the brand, but it's I buy here, is drinking the ink very, very fast. I don't really have a lot of time to play with this, but you know, I'm just doing with what I have, and that's totally fine. And I'm gonna try to leave some kind of, maybe not total blank spot in the middle, but I don't want it to look even everywhere. I think it gives a little more dramatic look to it. And I want to leave some kind of focal point in the center. That's going to be good, and it's going to go lighter because my paper is still drinking this this color. And I'm going to go down with something a little darker, and I'm going to try this one. I don't know what it's going to look like exactly. Maybe I won't need the black. And and it doesn't look even, and this is really what I like, especially for this kind of project for Halloween. The less even it is, the creepiest. I think it's maybe too white in the center, so I'm going to put a little bit of blue, and now it's too dark, so I'm going to change this, and I'm going to use this one that is lighter because I don't want to contaminate. So the colors I'm using here are Broken China and Chipped Sapphire, whatever. Use the colors you have. And I'm going to put a little bit here in the middle. Oh, that's a lot, anyway. And I think I'm still going to go with some black. So I've got my black here, and that's black soot. And just on the edges a little bit, not too much. Very simple and easy project you can do. So now let me see. I'm just trying to get the excess off. Yeah, this look of it a little bit more. Yeah, kind of like it. Anyway, it's going to be mainly covered with my pumpkins, so I'm going to use these. And depending on how you put your paper on your die, they're going to face the left side or they're going to face right. This time it's going to face right. And I'm going to put them a little bit on the left side. And again, I'm not going to put these even. I think it's going to be fine. So now I'm going to use my double-sided foam, and I'm going to cut little pieces here in order to put them on the back. So this is why this is very economical, because you can make your own using scraps. So I'm cutting a few like these. And here. And with the orange on the top, it's really going to pop out. This double-sided tape is really sticky. Let me see, I hope it's not too much here. No, that's good. Okay, maybe a third one. 2 little pieces in the middle to make sure it's going to stand out. So I'm going to cut this piece here. Yep, right there. And because it's black, no one's going to see it with this dark background. Another piece here. Yep. And there it is. It's going off a little bit. Let me cut this. And I'm going to put this one here because it's the biggest. Maybe the first one straight. Okay. And what I'm going to do, because I totally forgot and I'm not convinced, it's very interesting for you to see me put all these backings. So I'm going to put some foam here on the back of all my other pieces, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so I've put my double-sided foam here on all my pumpkins and my elements, so you don't need me to do this. You don't need to see this, I mean. So I'm going to put this one here, maybe at an angle, a little bit overlapping to make it a little bit more interesting. And this one here, maybe like this. Okay, I like it this way. Now I have some pieces of foliage. I'm going to put it down here to make it a little more interesting. And also I'm filling a little bit the blanks. Okay, maybe this way. Oh, this way. I like it this way. Okay, and I've got a shorter one that I cut down, yeah, here too. So everything is, I hope you can see it, it's really raised. So it's three-dimensional, and I think it makes things more interesting. And now I'm going to take care of my crown. So before putting the double-sided tape, because afterwards it's going to be not as easy to color it up, you could put some glue and then some glitter on it. I'm just going to use this gel pen, and I'm going to color. Let me zoom in because I'm not sure you can see this one here. And I'm probably going to turn this paper around so you'll see it better. And you see this? I think you can. Okay, so I'm just putting the glitter everywhere, and because it's purple, it's going to match nicely because it's one of the colors of Halloween: oranges, greens, black. Maybe not the paws. It's not a problem. And it goes very quickly, and it's really shimmery. So I should let this dry a little bit before touching it, because I'm already having filthy fingers. It's going to be probably even worse. But this is what it looks like. Oh yes. It's really nice and so easy to do. You don't need any special paper for this. So now I'm going to put some of this foam here on the back that I have prepared, and I think I'm going to put it this way, and I'm going to come back. I took some off with my fingers and that is nice. I'm going to finish pinning the paws. It's okay. That's nice, and I'm going to finish it up with my ghost. And I want my ghost to look like if it was coming from the back of it, so I'm going to cut it down at an angle, and I might zoom back out. There I am, and might do something like this. So I'm going to cut it again, round it a little bit here. Yeah, I think I like it. Even maybe better than this one. Okay, press it down, and there it is. And this card is over. I mean, that was so quick to do. Look at that. That's probably one of my quickest video. So easy to do. So use what you have. You could cut the pumpkins with your hands, no problem. Cutting a ghost is also very easy to do. So if you don't have the dies, just make it this way. You can find a lot of pumpkins templates on the internet. Just Google it and you'll be able to cut them off. So I hope this little quick card was useful for you. Oh, and about this, I used, and I had a white one. It doesn't want to work any longer, but you could use a gold gel pen if you wanted to do a few things on the background, and it's going to look very nice too. Just little, maybe this one is a bit big, but a few drops here. Let it really well dry, because if you put your fingers on it, it's going to smear right now. But I think this card looks really nice now. Yeah, I think I like it. There's kind of a shimmery to it. Yeah, so very easy, very economical, and don't need a lot of stuff to do this. And you could make a whole bunch in the same ideas. So if you like this video, please give me some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Bye-bye.